Hey, Miss Kendra.
Hey, girl, you look familiar. You been here before?
Oh, what you know as widget, he's shot down from the sky. Whoa, whoa.
Yeah, I was on here like November time frame, I think.
Okay, do you have an update?
The all-new Kendra G Singles dating app is available now on iPhones and Android phones. Just go to your App Store or Google Play Store and download now.
I just really came back to talk my shit, Miss Kendra.
Okay, so when was you on the show? Hi.
Where you go? It had to be like it was towards the end of last year.
Because did I make you a highlight?
I don't think so. No, you didn't.
Okay, so what do you want to talk your shit to?
Cause the people in the comment was like, it was a hot mess, Miss Kendra. And the last time I came on, I'm not coming on to do the interview thing again. I just, like I said, I came on to talk my shit real
Talk your
quick.
shit. I can't remember what happened. You said I didn't make you a highlight, so it was the comments on the live show?
After the show, cause I was on the YouTube.
Okay, you were on a YouTube live stream, but I never made you a highlight.
Yeah.
Okay, what were they saying?
Okay, so like, cause I was the one that was like, I was playing, but I was being serious at the same time. I was like, I want the baller.
I think I did make you a highlight then.
Like where it's on the top of your page.
Well, a highlight is I made you a single out video.
Oh yeah, you did.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what a highlight is. I think I remember you said you want, yes, because you said you wanted, what did you, like an NBA player or something like that.
Yeah.
You got Asia, DMV, CDL, correct?
Yeah.
And mom of two kids by two men, never married. What kind of man you looking for, girl?
I'm looking for the ballers.
You came right out with it.
For real, like, I mean, yeah, for real, like that's what I'm looking for. Like the money.
Well, we got there early. How much money do we gotta make?
The men that's willing to spend the money on, that don't mind spending money on women. Okay.
Okay. Are you willing to deal with what comes along with that at times?
To an extent.
So what are you willing to deal with for the money?
I'm not the type of female to go through, phones and all that. If I don't see it, I don't know. I'm dumb. I'm a dumb blonde. I don't know nothing going on. As long as it, ain't coming, nobody calling me and trying to come at me as a woman and all that. Men is gonna be men, I guess, nowadays.
So let's get here now. How much money does he have to make?
Enough?
So, okay, well, how about this? What do you expect this man with money to do for you? What is the expectation?
I'm just saying, like, I'm not, at least, like, I'm gonna be real. I'm a real logical person and all that. And so, like, I'll say 50K, at least 60K, at least.
Okay, so now
I really want like an NBA player or a NFL player.
But I want to get clarity here because you said you want a man that's willing to spend money on you. So what are some of the things you want him to spend money on you for? Do you want him to pay your rent? Is he buying you clothes, taking care of your children? Like, what's the expectation?
I mean, like, whatever he's willing to do.
Okay, but he has to be willing
spend like shopping and trips every once in a while, not overboard, but, just want to throw me a couple dollars just because I got kids, I don't get child support and all that. I do everything on my own for me and my kids. And a man that want to come in my life, like, he don't got to worry about, having to go at, no dads are at whatever, like, coming at them as a man or anything. He's not gonna have to worry about any of that. So
Now, do your children's dads, do they help you out?
no, they don't at all.
So,
With my son's dad, he's been in jail. He went to jail like when I got pregnant with my son and has been in there ever since, and it's going to be in there for a long time. Has nothing to do with me. It's his own, decisions and choices, and I just don't want my son to have that impression or have that influence. So maybe in the future, after he gets out, if he's in a good headspace, I don't mind him, meeting my son or anything like that. But as of now, that hasn't happened, or, whatever. It's a little complicated. Wherever I have reached out to that side of the family, and they was just like the mom and the sister, and they was just like it was his problem basically. And so I'm like, I don't want to do that jail thing and all that. I'll just wait, or whatever. Like, I'm not stressed. And then my daughter's dad, I met him, and we was in a relationship, and it was just like a hot mess. Like, I just took some time to heal, and just focus. I just been focused on getting to the money, Miss Kendra, and just
I
trying
was
to
going to say, so this is why you now want a man with money. Because you've been through all that.
I want a good man. Yeah, like I don't want. I did the scrub thing. Try to be there with like 50 Cent. Like 50 Cent said, like, would you hold me down if I was down and out? And like,
Not a 50. We're quoting 50 Cent lyrics.
I'm just putting myself out there. I'm like, if a nigga's willing to spend the money, like, I look good. Like, I be switching it up. You gonna get a different person every week. Sometimes I wear the wig, sometimes I'm natural. Majority time I'm natural.
Let me ask you a question. Would you date a man that cannot financially help you?
It'll be like, what's the point of him being around? I was kidding, but I was being serious. Yeah, I did.
So, okay, both things can be true. Either you're kidding or you're serious.
Miss Kendra, everything I was asking for on the live, people in the comment was like, they was making comments, basically saying stuff like, make it seem like what I was asking for, I can't get, basically. And I'm like, bruh, I get this in real life. I'm not asking for nothing I haven't have or I know I can't have.
Okay,
and
so that being said, if you have it in real life, why call me for it?
That's what I'm saying, Miss Kendra. I love you. I really came on just to talk to you, like just to get on your show, just to say I got on. I get hollered at on a daily basis. Like, it's no problem with me getting in a
an NBA
relationship.
player before, or you're dating one?
I'm not an NBA player, but guys with money, yeah.
Okay,
Guys
so what's the problem? So are you happy with them? What's the dynamic?
Yeah, no, I'm happy. Like, I really never really needed to come on your show. I just came on there just like a YOLO moment, like a why not. Also just to be on the show, just to say, I talk to you because I love you. Like I said, I've been watching you since you first came out, and so I was just like, I just wanted to get on your show.
Okay, so
it's not like I don't get that in real life.
So yeah, I actually remember your video now, so I'm gonna let you talk your shit. What did you want to say to the people?
Yeah, they was basically trying to imply, like, from what I got from out of the comments, basically I don't know, what I got out of it was they was trying to imply like I was too black. A lot of the comments that I read through majority of the comments, and some of them was calling me out for being black. I'm like, bruh, I know I'm black. Like, what does that have to do with anything? And then also, I guess because the last time I came on, I was in my feminine energy. Well, I'm in my feminine energy now still, but I was just like super, and they was calling me slow. Some of the comments, it was like, what if I really am slow? Like some of those comments was real hurtful. I just came on like to say to the cousins, like, watch what you say to some people, because you never know what they done been through, or like, what they have going on. And I'm not slow. But if I was, some of those comments that was said like could have like really hurt me and all that. But I have confidence in myself. I know I know I'm far from ugly, never been ugly. Like I said, I know what I'm hitting on in real life. And so I never really needed to come on your show. I just came on just because I love you, Miss Kendra. I just came on just to say I came on your show, just like a F it, why not?
Right.
What is your name again?
My real name is Asia, but my internet handle Apple Jones.
Okay. And then you have kids, right? How many kids?
Yeah, I got two. You just saw my daughter.
And they're by the same man?
No, I got two baby daddies.
So are their baby daddies, were they ballers? Your children's dads?
No, not necessarily, no. I said my first baby daddy, before he went to jail, he did spend money on me, and whatever I wanted, like he would get me gifts and stuff. And so, and there was a point in time where my second baby daddy, he did that stuff too, but he's a hot mess. The second one's a hot mess.
Okay, because I'm not saying, listen, for each their own, but women, and then maybe some men will say, well, if you deal with ballers on a regular, why did you not have babies by the ballers opposed?
I know. I have made some questionable decisions in my past. I've lived and I learned. Like, I'm not going to say it was a mistake, because my kids are not mistakes, but I mean, I've made some dumb decisions in my past. I'm not going to lie, but that hasn't stopped me from anything I've asked when I came on the last time. I mean, I've been on, he still keeps in contact with me, but since I moved up here to the East Coast, because I told you I was from Texas, before I moved up here, I had a guy I was going on a date with. Like, he would take me on dates and buy me gifts, and he was a doctor. Like, so
what happened?
And this is after I had kids.
What was wrong?
I
with the
moved.
doctor? You moved?
Yeah.
Why did you move? Wait, first of all, before I ask this, were you guys in a relationship or were y'all dating?
No, we weren't. It wasn't a relationship. We were just, I guess you can say friends or whatever.
So why would you consider him, if he was a friend, as a person you dated?
Well, talk to, I don't know. Talking is not like dating. It's in an aspect, it is dating, but we weren't in a full blown boyfriend girlfriend. We were
talk for.
Aaliyah, go over there, get out. He still calls me and checks on me. Like, he still calls and reaches out to me and checks on me.
But you guys were never in a relationship. So why did you ever get it? How come you couldn't get into a relationship with him?
Miss Kendra, he had other stuff going on that I found out later. And so I'm like, I'm good, like dealing with other women as well.
This is personal, so you actually don't even have to answer it. Have you guys ever been intimate?
Not me and him, no.
Oh, okay. Is he older?
We were just, yeah, he was a little older than me.
So so let me ask you that. So y'all never even been intimate. So you guys are completely friends.
Yeah.
So why would you use him as an example of the men that you dated?
I mean, he took me on dates. He bought me gifts. He bought me flowers on a consistent basis. So, like, yeah, we were friends, but I'm just saying, like, I've been on dates.
Not like him, because if he did all these things, why didn't you want to date him?
At that time, Miss Kendra, before I moved up here, when I was still in Texas, I had the last relationship I was in, like 3 years ago now, was very toxic. And so I wasn't looking for a relationship. I was just looking for a friendship. So that's why I didn't date him.
So now that you're not, are you still looking for a friendship?
I have somebody.
You have somebody. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Did he meet your requirements that you told me?
Yeah, he does.
So he's a baller.
Well, I said at least like 60K. So yeah, he's around what I was asking for.
Okay. I gotta go back and watch the video. But when you said baller, I remember.
Yeah, go read the comments too, Miss Kendra, if you find my video, because they was a hot mess.
Well, one thing I will say, I can't be reading all the comments, y'all, but I am well aware the cousins are not going to bite their tongue. But you're aware of that too. This show will be 5 years old next month. So we're not new anymore. Like if you come on this show, you have decided to come to these streets, child, because one thing my cousin's going to do, they're going to cousin.
I knew it came with the territory. I knew it came with it. I knew the thing about the child support thing was going to be an issue.
What was that? What did you say about child support?
When I said it's a waste of my time to go down to the court and do all that.
Oh, I remember now. So you wanted, okay, I'm trying to remember all the video. So you wanted a man that made a certain amount of money, and because I think you are a mom, but you were requiring child support from your children's dads.
Yeah, and they was thinking I wanted the man to take care of my kids and all that. I'm like, I do very well for myself. I take care of my kids. I would say before both my kids was in school, it was a little struggle, but now that they're both in school, things are getting a lot easier for me.
But I think this is what I've learned from this show. Sometimes men don't want to do more for your kids than what you require from their own fathers, right? So I want to let this. Again, I always tell y'all, I am a result. Now I just give out data. 5 years in, I'm just repeating all the things I've heard time and time again. And I think the challenge becomes at times when women want to date again, they are looking for a better person than their child's father, which I understand. That's why you're not with that man, right? Like
you live, you learn, you learn your lesson.
The logic, I understand the logic, right? The logic is, this man wasn't a good father or not a good father, wasn't a good man. Although I have a child with him, I want something better. So I want to make sure I'm clear with this. I understand the logic. What I've learned is now the better that you're seeking, he has a different point of view. Not always, but sometimes he's sitting there like, well, how does that make sense for me? How does it make sense for me that have worked this hard to take care of somebody else's child? This will always happen this way. Some men don't care. They may have had kids themselves by the wrong woman, so they're open-minded. We get those too. So I think it goes both ways. But I would say this, outside of dating, hold men accountable when it comes to raising children. I know men hate that I say this, but I'm telling you, all these men will not be having kids left and right if they had to pay child support for every child they had. And the child support is not based off of you, it's based off of the child. Now, I will say this, if you got a good co-parenting situation with your child's father, and y'all got to bring the courts in it, and he's because most men, I'm not talking about boys, men will want to provide for their children. So they may not get along with you, but they're going to do what got to be done for their child. So I think all women, hold the child's father financially responsible, regardless of the dynamic. So then this way your child could just have a better option of life because now you have a two-parent income. And I bet you men won't just be having kids every day because now it's gonna cause them to focus on their money. But so many women like you just say, it's whatever. I'm not going to harass him. I don't want him to think I'm chasing him. Nope. Make him pay. But nevertheless, I'm happy you're dating. What's wrong now?
No, I'm listening. I'm taking in what you say.
Yeah. But you said you found someone, so you're in a good.
Yeah. He's a good vibe. Like he keeps me happy.
All right. They're saying you said 60K. That's not a baller. I gotta remember everything in your video. I
was saying 60K as the minimum, like just like minimum.
Okay. Well, you said in the beginning, the men that you described, they try to holler at you all the time.
Hmm.
So I'm just curious. So those guys you don't really like, because why would you not choose the baller over the six? I'm just a thought.
Sometimes, Aaliyah, can you turn that down, please? Put it on mute. Sometimes, like the guys that got a lot of money, they could be like, how can I put it, like meatheads, if you know what that means. Like
I
they could
absolutely
be,
know what it means.
like they could be. It's like, really, bruh, and they expect. Probably because other women have accepted that and deal with it and will tolerate it or whatever. But I'm like, it's just a certain extent, like to a certain extent, I'm not going to tolerate certain stuff, like being talked to a certain type of way, or, you know, being treated a certain type of way.
Honestly,
So sometimes,
I'm sorry, I didn't want to cut you off. Go ahead, continue.
no, I was just saying sometimes it's that, like, I've been on dates with guys that were meatheads, and I already knew it wasn't going to work out, like, regardless of the money.
Well, I was gonna say, honestly, I know a lot of women have financial requirements on my show, but really, at the end of the day, it's. I think once they experience it, it's not going to be the requirement because they don't like all the other things that usually comes along with it. So,
and for me, my biggest thing is it's really not financial. I know I'm financially stable. Majority of the time, I'm dealing with whatever. But for me, it's more personality. That's what I like. I rather see what your character is like for the most part. That's my biggest thing.
okay, I agree with that. I think always character should be top of the list. So, did you call me back to say you're not looking for a baller anymore?
No, I was just calling just to kind of give you an update and kind of just talk my shit. Really, I didn't want to redo the whole interview again.
So you want to?
And I just rather meet somebody in real person than I tried it out. I did get a few people that reached out to me from your show. I tried it out for a little while, but I was just like, you never know who's real and who's fake. And I seen, you said it's better. The dating app does help, but it's better meeting, in real life and, having that contact.
How did you meet your current guy?
Yeah, in real life.
Okay.
At the store.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, listen, I'm wishing you the best.
Thank you, Miss Kendra. I love you.
I love you back, girlfriend. Listen, I'm wishing you the best. And hopefully this turns into everything you want it to. Bye, baby.
This is my daughter.
Bye, baby. Bye, baby.
Okay. Okay, bye.